Norris here of FishNetwork.com here at the Charles River Esplanade. Take a look over here. There's the half shell, and here is the community boating center. And I expected to see some herring here running around, but looks like the tide is out. Take a look at this. The tide is seriously out. There's a lot of shoreline showing, and there's still some gizzard shads rolling around the area. I thought I'd fish this spot, but it's already low enough. It's like 6 feet until you go out like right there. There's a deep 12-foot hole there. It's kind of hard to reach from right here, even with a heavy lure. But I'm gonna walk closer to the museum, i.e., closer to the ocean, to see if there aren't some holdover striped bass or some striped bass from down south coming up. I got my Jaywalker and all that other stuff. You know, I probably won't catch anything, but might get lucky. So this gizzard shad still floating around, not having a good time. So I'm gonna walk up this way, up the side of that bridge, and give some fishing a try. See if I see anything. So I made it back to my spot here, and as you can see, I'm next to the Science Museum here. The Science Museum, and this is the entrance between the Boston Harbor and the Charles River. Now, further down near the community boating center, I met with Eric, and we saw a blueback herring. But just one, not that many. They're not overflowing yet, so I don't really expect there to be striped bass here yet. But I'm gonna throw this little cheap Bass Pro Shops minnow out there. It's got a blue back or blue sides, as you can see, and you never know. And I took quite a walk over here, so I'm not going to be able to stay too long, but maybe you'll see some action, maybe you won't. I know I didn't see anything down there. I didn't really want to try for bass and other stuff right now. I'll try some ponds and stuff later, but right now I really want to see if I can get in on that striped bass action. So let's look here. I'll point this down, so I'm going down a slope. starting to show up.
Yeah, I seen all the.
It's probably too early for this, but I'm trying anyway.
Yeah, you never know. That'd be the time where you be hooked up with some
over striped bass around here, though.
Yeah?
People got them.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of the cormorants moving today. You see them? Like hundreds of them. They went through there.
Oh, that's the heron.
Yep.
Yeah. How you doing? I'll go, man. We'll see you later on TV.
Heard some gentlemen over there. They've been watching the channel. pretty awesome. I'm glad everybody's enjoying it. Trying to provide as much value as possible, showing that you can get out here and go fishing, which is freaking awesome. And you don't have to worry so much about it. You can do what you love when you want to and how you want to. You just have to make that decision. The wind's really going into my face here, and it's hard to cast far. He said there's some cormorants in, and I've obviously seen some blueback herring, and the striper will be following. I think it's too early for this. I'm gonna make a move, so if it gets a little shaky, I'll go over here, fish for about 5 minutes, and then get out of here, and we'll have a synopsis. Probably won't catch anything. I haven't got any bites, but I'm gonna be back, and I'm gonna be listening and looking and talking to people that fish here regularly, like some of the local pros, like the kayak guy, I forgot his name, Eric Harrison, and he knows when the striped bass are in the river. So, till then, let's move forward. Always hook up your treble hooks to your rod when you're moving, because you don't want one in your ear. Experience. Damn, this thing's sharp. That's what to do. I'm gonna be looking for a longer backpack. I have some Jesus Christ, I have some 2-piece rods that I really want to bring, and I really want to buy because there's more of those, and I want to be able to fit them in my actual backpack. I don't really care the people that I'm fishing. I've told them, several people at work, they don't really care, but I'd rather not be asked. I'd rather be left alone when I'm at work. When I'm out here, ask all the questions you want. Oh, this might be a little shaky. Oh no, pretty good. So, sorry I have to look at my face. But as you can see here, we're walking along the shoreline. Straighten it up for you. And I'm gonna be headed over into this corner here. If you've been to the Museum of Science, there's a very shallow area over here that's square. It's full of freaking leaves. If you feel like you're hung on something, it's probably just a hunk of leaves. Just keep pulling. Don't use cheap line and you'll get out of there. Well, not that I say that, I'm gonna be hung and I won't get out. But from experience, it hasn't been that bad. Here's one of the boats making a noise. Here's the square corner here. Unfortunately, you can't get to, you can't walk along this area here. It's blocked off by the police department on this side. Over there. And Museum of Science owns this area here. And you don't want anybody jumping off, I guess, and being liable because it's their property. That's cool. But man, I want to get in there and not have to use a boat to do it. So, oh man, it's kind of hard to cast here, but I'm going to give it a try. In fact, I'm going to the far corner. Let's do this. We're going to the far corner. I'm going to go right in the hole and throw it in there. We'll see what happens. So I've been talking to some people about doing interviews, and the New England Bass Assassin has agreed to be interviewed. He's been catching a lot of largemouth bass. He's recently caught a 6.3 pounder. I believe he lives out in Middleborough, and he's just full of lakes and ponds are around him, lots of options, and he's on the game. He knows what to use, how to use it. I never said I was the best of anything. Just a guy that likes to go fishing, and I found a way to make it happen. So I'm always willing to learn from anybody that's had something to learn. I met Eric over here, who was talking about the blueback herring were not biting his bait. He told me that apparently pretty much anything out here will eat a cooked shrimp. Because when you cook it, we all know shrimp turn more red, and they look more like a bug, and they look more lifelike. Also, the texture is easier for them to chew on apparently than if it's just raw and cold and it has to defrost in the water. I would have never thought of using a cooked shrimp, because shrimp was killing it down in Jupiter, Florida when I was on vacation there. And whew, what happened when I cooked it? Next vacation, I'm gonna try it out. Somebody remind me. All right, so here we are. Please, camera, don't fall in the water, even though I have a warranty. The water's out some. See from this corner, but it's still pretty deep. Something could be down there. Don't trip when you walk here. Stupid thing. And obviously they don't want you to come around the corner and, I don't know, stake claim to the area. So I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna put this right here. Watch me if you want. 5 minutes. Have shifted. Now they're in my face again. They were kind of sideways over there, but it's going right at me right now. So let's see if I can't wrap it around this corner. swarming the area, which means the herring are starting to come in. Haven't seen them at the Watertown Dam. They usually swim up there, and the seagulls just attack them for like about 2 weeks straight, fill their bellies. But once they start packing the shorelines and all the other fish had to bail out of the area, I will be trying to fish for the striped bass more aggressively then. And also, I'm going to do a little search to figure out where do the other fish go. Do they go deeper? Do they go further up the river? To the side somewhere? Do they hide out in the Broad Canal or something? Or do they go up the Mystic River? I'm not sure. But speaking of that, the Mystic River, I haven't fished that before. Maybe I'll be a weekend surprise once I get an inflatable boat, which is very hard to find. Looks like I'm just gonna have to buy a very cheap one now, small, big enough for squeeze 4 people on there and move on. But yeah, anyway, the day's over. Gotta go back to work. See ya.
Summer